Everybody, it's Invicta. Time for another Eden Run here. The Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance series. Man, oh man, the Mosh Pit is on fire with the like streak this week. Thank you all very much. Now 129 over 150, already almost halfway there for the like streak goal. I can't wait for it, man. And again, I do appreciate all the support, everyone. Thank you very much. You have to forgive my voice today. It's been a long, rough day today. And yeah, my voice is kind of suffering a little bit, but that's not going to stop us from getting to today's meme of the day. Actually, screenshot of the day submitted here by, I'm going to say, Aramanto. Top throw was, Sin, are you okay? And then in parentheses, they said, gotta love these captions YouTubes do. And yeah. Hey, everybody, it's Invicta, so I'm not eating right here. The Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance series. I mean, you know, good effort. Good effort. It was a nice try there. YouTube auto captions, but you know what? You failed miserably, and you shouldn't ever try again with that level of effort. We're starting with Genesis again? What? See, I gotta stop doing that. I can't do that. Today's gonna be Echo Delta Victor Zulu November 2 Alpha Foxtrot. We've got well, we got terrible damage, really good shot, really good tears rate, I should say, good shot speed as well. But we got freaking Genesis again, man. What is going on with this? This is our second Genesis start that we've had in what, like a week and a half or something like that. When did we start with Genesis? That was this week. That was the Damocles run, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the Damocles run, because we ended up talking about the merits of going, of like how long should we end up waiting for Genesis, and you know, a lot of people were saying that they, you know, some people didn't have the, well, I don't want to get ahead of myself because like I don't want to answer what the replies were, but let's just say that some people were of the mindset of like they don't have enough discipline to sit on Genesis for very long, especially if they have a bad Eden start. But if they're not playing Eden, then that kind of influences when they use it, and I can see that. Obviously with Eden, you know, if we have like just doo-doo damage like we do right now, we would like to get better items sooner than later. But that being said, how often is it that we get to start with Genesis? Apparently very, according to like this week's seeds. But yeah, so I mean, you know, we started with Genesis again, and the strategy has not changed from the last time that we started with Genesis, which is simply going to be we hold on to it until we absolutely need to get rid of it. And our job here is going to be to accumulate as many items as possible that we can in order to get the most value out of Genesis. So that's what our goal is today. Yeah, the Mosh Pit has been absolutely smashing the like button every single day this week. Even getting the Sunday's episode of the Tainted Azazel run, that one actually crossed 3,000 likes as well. So you know, it's been really awesome seeing just how many people are returning to the Mosh Pit. A lot of people in the comments are saying, you know, I haven't watched in a while. It's great to be back. It's great to see you still going, and you know, that's always a good feeling. Also, what is with the size of this 4-1? This map is absolutely huge for 4-1. This is Burning Basement 1 game on a non-XL4 game. But yeah, it's been really cool to see, you know, returning members of the Mosh Pit. Wow. Returning members of the Mosh Pit, you know, leaving comments saying they're back, and, you know, they're still surprised, if not impressed to see me still going here. And yeah, we're still playing the Binding of Isaac. We are still doing it. I don't want to shoot this. Now I can. I did. Go back and go. I wish that we had a bomb for this sticky nickel. Go back and get a half heart. Now, we did. If those of you who didn't watch Wacky Wednesday yesterday, first off, what are you doing? Secondly, you missed one heck of a journey, and I was surprised at how difficult it got, although I think I can be forgiven with how it ended. But it also taught us a valuable lesson, and that's just never trust the game, ever. I'm not going to use this bomb to get the nickel, because obviously there's a golden chest here, which I do want. We're going to do that first, and we can see what's in here. Maybe we'll get a nickel, or we'll just get HP. And honestly, this is probably even better than anything else that we could have gotten. Basically because A, it gives us a full heal, and B, it's going to give us another item to roll with Genesis, and that's the whole spiel here. They're just giving us a soul heart game, but chose violence today. This could have been us, but you had to be a jerk. Definitely one of my least favorite Isaac haircuts as well. Where's Isaac's haircut rating guy? No, you're there. Lots of amazing comment streaks have been happening. Lots of engagement happening, especially with the revelation that we're seeing the top most upvoted comments show up in the episodes as well. Now I will say that some people were saying that well, we should also read like the comments that have the least amount of upvotes. No, because the problem with that is that that's like 99% of the comments that are here on YouTube. I'm not reading every single one of them. I mean, I do read every single one of them, but I'm not going to recite every single one of them on a YouTube video. That would take up all of my attention and also all of the runtime on the episode. It feels good to be back on Eden right now anyway. At least we get to keep the items that we've got and hopefully won't die. Although I don't know, man. I don't know. My reflexes have been off today. I've been having issues with just concentrating lately. I think it's lack of sleep. Do we have the bingo card out, or is the lack of sleep bingo card still active? Someone posted one on the subreddit, but the reason why I didn't put it on here is because there was a lot of grammatical errors in there, and also a lot of the bingo card like slots just didn't seem feasible. So I don't think that anyone's ever going to get a bingo. So if you're that person, if you made the last the most recent bingo card on the Sinvicta subreddit, try to redo. Hit the old reset button and try again. And also, there's also not enough bingo like spots there. It has to be bingo, not just bing. That would be a defunct Microsoft search algorithm thing. And Curse the Blind on floor 2. All right. Game really does not want us to use Genesis. Or I take that back. It wants us to use Genesis sooner than later, and which we might do because like right now, again, we just have no stats at all. Our movement speed is also very, very poor. So I don't really care what we get in our item room. The Curse of the Blind is not going to affect us that much, but we are. I feel like this is a run that is in much hotter water than we were with the Damocles run. $1 bill is $3 bad. I mean, it can be good, but it's usually not. I heard the Soul Heart. We could, if we get a bomb, we could blow this up and maybe get a Devil Deal. But the thing is that, like, do we go for Devil Deals or do we go for Angel Deals? I mean, this is always going to be the conundrum of Genesis. And, I will say that I do feel that Angel Deals are better if you have Genesis. It's a better item pool for you to choose from because you're almost guaranteed to get basically one of the big three that you're looking for. Revelation, Sacred Heart, or Holy Light. Those are the ones that I really, really gun for, especially those of you who watch the all items tier list. So I don't know. Well, matter anyway because there's no bomb in here. Member card, which not quite what we're looking for, but I mean, member card does give us another passive item that we can roll through with Genesis, but we need to get some damage here, and $3 bill ain't gonna cut it. Careful of Fire Mind as well, obviously. Take our sweet time because we don't have enough movement speed to really deal with much. Did get a Devil Deal, thankfully. Speedball is nice. We definitely need. We absolutely needed that. I think we go to the next floor. I'm going to reject Stanley for now. I'm happy with 2 soul hearts. At least we can protect our Angel Deal. And another Curse of the Blind. Yeah. So now we know what kind of run we're in for. I mean, Curse of the Blind on floor 2 is like, it's annoying, but it tends to happen from time to time. Back-to-back Curse of the Blinds on floor 2 and floor 3 is just the game being an absolute jerk. I thought for sure the secret was an 8-inch nails here thanks to $3 bill, but man, this is we're starting to approach struggle bus territory. Although I will say that we do have a decent amount of items to roll through with Genesis. Got to delay 1 shot there so you can go into the gap. We don't want to go in. We don't want to use our keys for anything but items right now because we may have to end up rolling Genesis sooner than later. And as we learned earlier this week, we don't have to worry about Curse the Blind if we use Genesis on a blind floor. Tech Point Fizzle. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Tech Point 5 Spoonbender right now is fantastic. I do apologize about the shorter runs, although we did. I mean, the soy milk run was obviously not short, but that one did do a number on my voice and basically my stamina for talking. So today is like I'm still like kind of recovering from that. And I know I know that most people won't care about like having like shorter episodes for now. Most people surprisingly do actually care about like, you know, my health and me taking care of me sort of thing. And I do really truly appreciate that. But I will always do whatever I can to make the videos more enjoyable, more accessible, and more fun for people to watch. And if that includes, but it's not limited to, you know, trying to do some extra runs and stuff, trying to do some extra laps. You know, I'm going to try to do them, but at the same time, I have to be very cognizant of my voice because, I mean, if I can't talk, I can't work. And if I can't work, then I can't pay bills. And that's not good. It's already rough out here, Sarge. Okay, let's stop getting schmooved here, because that was 2 spider schmooves in a row. Right there, on top of Wretched just jumping for no reason up in the corner. That is an unacceptable amount of damage against a very easy boss, but our damage is quite terrible. Bad. We get Scapular here. Better give my soul hearts back. That's not enough. You owe me a half heart here, game. All right, so now that we finally don't have Curse the Blind, I can talk about last week's question of the episode here. So my question on the episode was quite simple. All I did was I simply asked, plain and simple, do you agree or disagree with me? And I was genuinely surprised with how many people didn't know what I was talking about. Because either they didn't watch or listen to the episode, or they were like, I didn't communicate it good enough or well enough to mean what I talked about with the Holy Mantle is not equal to Marrow, is not equal to blah, blah, blah argument. So don't worry, I'm not going to get back into it. I've already exhausted my reasons behind that lunacy, and I won't go into it again. Opening old wounds at this point. But the most upvoted comment was from Seba Potato Boy, and they said, I disagree and believe everyone should draw you being called Sugar Boo. Thank you, Seba Potato Boy. And then also another person did say this was from, I'm gonna say Bumper Cars, but they spelled it with a CH, which makes me kind of fear for their safety a little bit. They said, for Marrow, I agree. It's not at all close to Holy Mantle. Taking 1 free damage per room versus needing a red heart for every room if you take damage is just not comparable, and I do agree with that. You know, and I think that most people understood the point that I was making. So, and then finally, I'm going to say Akel Hiru, or Aquel Hiru. I'm not going to read this anymore. They said it's just insane to compare Marrow with Holy Mantle. WTF. So, you know, I'm glad that most of the mosh pit tended to be on my side. I didn't really see any argument to the contrary there, so that makes me feel a little bit good. The Candy Heart here, which is going to help out with our luck a little bit, but we're going to need a lot more than Candy Heart. We're still getting good items, though. We're not getting active items like we were in the last Genesis run. So the big question is, when are we going to use Genesis on this run? And it's most likely going to be probably the same floor that we did last week, or the last time, I should say, that we had this. I would love to live in a world where we didn't have to do that. We could just rip it now and, like, you know, just see what we can get. But the fact of the matter is that we don't have a whole lot of diversity when it comes to the item pools that we've taken already, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but we would like to see a little bit more, like 1 or 2 Angel Deal items. Had we had enough HP, I definitely could have played the sacrifice rooms and gotten a couple of extra items, or at least have the chance to anyway. If we end up not using the Soul of the Lost here, I'm going to use it in that room that has the Soul Heart and 2 Red Hearts, so at least we can get some HP back, but also we can get some extra stats from Candy Heart. Even though Candy Heart doesn't really scale that well, it's still stats, you know. Stats that will go away as soon as we use Genesis. I've been hearing more and more from members of the Mosh Pit about you know, collecting coins. People are really, really stoked to hear that I'm like collecting coins and stuff, and that's cool. I enjoy talking about them. I enjoy the fact that, like, you know, so many people are sort of like entrenched with this idea of, you know, I need a hobby. Like I'd like to get into a hobby. I'd like to do this. I'd like to do that. So that's really cool to me, that I can share that kind of stuff with you all, and then you all also be really interested in it. Reflection kicking in there. Still need bombs and keys. Would be quite nice. I think that was a pretty good Lost play, though. Soul of the Lost game. With us going into that room. Tapping perfectly in line. We've made up a surprising amount of time, but I still don't think the boss rush is going to happen. Ideally, what's going to happen here is we're going to get to boss rush and then use Genesis to get out of boss rush. That's ideal. Now, whether or not that happens or not is wholly dependent on A, if we go in the right direction, and B, if we end up getting there on time. Which, you know, see section A for that one. People have been really latching on to the challenge as well from yesterday's episode of Wacky Wednesday. That was brutality, man. That was really, really, really tough. Tougher than I thought, but again, I don't think that we should have never really died there, and hubris got the best of me. We want to get an item here if possible, so that is not an item that we want, unfortunately. Okay, back-to-back active items, and that's where we draw the line. Oh, when the spikes precast, man. Nothing more aggravating. And I know, you can shoot the spikes to make them stop doing that. But the point is, they shouldn't have a mind of their own. They're spikes. They should react when you walk in front of them, not like, oh, I'm gonna precast to make sure I move before you get here. Isaac, always the clown. This one. Proptosis here from $3 bill, which is not necessarily that great. Please. All right, so boss rush is not happening. But there's the entire map, everybody, in case you were wondering. We got there. High five, everyone. We did it. We did it. How does he do it? And, yeah, we did finally get our bombs, which is good. I am looking forward to re-rolling this run. Genesis, now is the time for you to step it up. Although you always step it up, though. I mean, like, we know a big-time player when we see one. This floor just keeps on going, doesn't it, folks? Okay. I don't even care about that chest. That is quite the map right there. Now, I have heard tale that eventually there is a boss room on this floor. It may take, 4, 5, 10, 15 minutes to get there, but we did finally find it. And we get Mask of Infamy, which is a not great matchup for us, unless we... Basically, I mean, we're forced to use Tech Point 5 as our primary source of damage. Tech Point Fizzle making the plays. We need to get an Angel Deal here if possible. We did get one. So we've been getting lucky on that front, and we've been getting even luckier the fact that it's like actual passive items. And another Curse of the Blind. That is 3 Curse of the Blinds now in 6 floors. So thankfully, Genesis is not affected by Curse of the Blind. So again, we can just take whatever we want. As long as we, I mean, even if we get Missing Node, like we can just get rid of it. Purifying card. Thankfully, our HP has stayed relatively high. We lost some in the Wretched Fight, but also in the Infamy room. Walking into spikes, of course, was also not helpful. But what I will say is that I think that, all right, so we got our first active item. I think that with everything that could have gone wrong on this run so far has mostly not. And I don't want to tempt that fate too much. But as long as we can maintain this level of HP, we should be okay in the Genesising of this run, and then be totally 100% sorted. So we get Goat Head, which is going to guarantee a Devil Deal or Angel Deal, which is very good. The problem is that we're planning on using Genesis on this floor. Moving Box, which is not what we want. Midnight Snack, that's fine. There's another HP. It's more HP fodder, essentially. A little bit of moolah back in the donation machine. Getting rid of Fire Mine would also be pretty nice. Super Secret Room is to the left of that room above us, I think. Got kind of worrying me a little bit. Should be here, guaranteed. Oh my goodness. Well, this was a nice surprise. We need to, if we can find a sacrifice room that could be kind of pogged. With how many red hearts we have, sac room would do us well. And no, I'm not doing it. Not giving you another reason to make me not happy. Your presence. Rather use my last bomb than... Bloody Crown is pretty neat. The Crown's going to allow us to get an item room and a shop inside of the womb. Could result into more items. I mean, do we stay with this run or do we rip it? We do have a sacrifice room as well, so this is even better. Remember, we don't have to worry about losing our Devil Deal chance because we already have Goat Head. Not teleport. Not get an angel item. Don't need to fight Uriel. Our soul heart's very good. Okay, so we got our HP back at least. It wasn't a total waste of time. But we did not gain any items, so that's a little bit sad face. I think that we have to pretty much roll it now after the mom fight. Are we in danger of losing? No, I wouldn't say that we're in danger of losing, but we're in danger of not beating this run. Well, basically, I want to put us... We're not in any danger. I just want to put us in the best position to win. That's my job. That is literally my job. Help us get to a more winnable situation. And we talked about this when we had the Damocles and Genesis episode, the doubly strategic episode. The concept of knowing what your goals are and you know, what can I do the most of with this with what the game has offered me. Go. I'll take the negative only because... Ooh, careful. Only because we're going to re-roll. I think we can hold out for one more floor. Let's see if we can get another angel item. Then we can effectively skip this entire level if we wanted to, or we can skip Shoal as well, which is not a bad idea either. But if I really want to, we can just rip it now. But since we have Goat Head, it's a guaranteed angel deal or devil deal. I do love it when Tech Point 5 gets influenced by Spoonbender as well. Right. This will be... Nope. Maybe this will be the right way to go. Little Harbingers is not really the best item for us to see because it can show up in multiple item pools. I don't think it matters where you acquired shared loot table items. The only thing that Genesis cares about is what loot tables are they in, I think. I believe that is how it works. Right now, the game's making it very difficult for me not to want to re-roll right now, just so we don't have Curse the Lost anymore. But I know it's going to get worse. Danger. Oh, explosive O. Okay, good. The southern portion of the map, everybody. Check out this side now. right. Check out this side over here. Really, the thing that hurts us the most right now is our low base tears rate. Our movement speed was definitely dangerous, but like it's like I always say, bad tears will kill you long before bad damage ever will. And we have not had a good tears rate for this entire run. Squeezy has helped out a little bit, but Squeezy's not the end-all be-all here. Another key. That being said, one thing we could have done is utilize that womb room a little bit better on the last floor. With us having Candy Heart, we could have shed some of our Red Heart containers and, you know, and possibly gotten the tears up and that sort of thing. Another HP upgrade. And Dark Princess Crown, a little Brimmy. I'm going to take both of these. So, all right. Well, it's the moment you've been waiting for. We're going to rip it on the next floor and hope that it doesn't take us up. It's 50-50. It's either going to go up or it's going to go down. All right. Our damage is good. Shot speed is good as well. Our tears rate, still not fantastic, but not the worst. There's Gigante Bean. Yeah. Go. Honestly, shot speed, use a little bit of help. The D1 Hizzle. No. Maggie's Bow. For damage here. Go for damage here. Purity, Stigmata. I'll go Purity. Go Virtues. Fine Intervention. I guess the Book of Virtues. This one is sad right here, y'all. I guess Varicose Veins, and we're just gonna take Chaos and just ruin everything. Yeah. Heart. I fly. This is all of these are really not great. I guess Fruitcake. Contagion. Tears. We need the tears. Take the damage. Need the damage. Eden's Blessing. We're not on a victory lap, so that will give us an extra item tomorrow. Just keep that in mind. Cross. Lost Soul, buddy. Check them out now. We don't need Goat Head, so... Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say we got better. And also, we are going up, which means that I think the run might end after Isaac. Another Curse of the Blind. That is... At least we got Eye Belial. Oh no, Lost Soul, buddy. Oh no. He did give us Eye Belial, which was very surprising considering that it is not an angelic item. I do love that we have Contagion and Gigante Bean. Or Gigante Bean. Gigante Bean? I need to ask Alex how to say that. Get Jolie. Jolie's been posting our daily Spanish mosh pit posts, which is very cool. Shouldn't be doing this because this is literally the entirety of the reason why we say don't take blind items, but we're going to do this anyway. Suplex. Oh, yeah, brother. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I need to not do that. Mark and I have already started working on the next song for the Word of Water, which I know that none of you have heard the new song yet. At the time of recording, anyway, none of you have heard the song yet. But the next song that we're doing, not this coming one, the next one after this, is when I officially take over as main vocals for the band, which is essentially just me and Mark. That's a double tinted rock right there. Surprised I didn't see that. A lot of people ask me, like, who is Mark? Mark is my bandmate. He and I make up the entirety of the Word of Water. Is a two-man band. Yeah, Jolie Black has been posting Espanol in the comment section for people trying to learn Spanish. Very cool of her. Oh, yeah, brother. Oh, wow. Did a lot of damage. Where are you going? All our wisps were taken up by Isaac, but we did get the suplex down. Yeah, and that's going to end the run. Gonna end the run, but you know what? That's fine. I probably shouldn't have put it in that last couple of ooh yeah brothers. But either way, thank you for watching, everyone. The question of the day today is going to be, what would you have chosen in Genesis? Do you go for more Devil Deal items? Do you go for more Angel Deal items? Would you have taken any of the blind items that we did? Post them in the comments down below. Remember, the top 3 most upvoted comments will indeed be read next week here on a Thursday. And again, I hope you all had just a fantastic start to your Thursday, a great start to the new weekend, because Thursday is the new Friday. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank some patrons of mine like Emil Caban, Jessica Payne, and Kylie Smith. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Sinvicta.